So, hello and welcome to the first ever podcast from the Spirits of Arianwyn. My name is Dan, more commonly known as Goldies. Joining me are Chris, Diggy, Taryn, called Over E, Christina, obviously Lee Christina, and Xander, who is known as I Am Xan. So why don't we begin by giving ourselves a brief introduction. I'm Dan, or Goldies. I've been playing for about 8 years, 6 years on this account. My only noticeable achievements are the Quest Cape and 99 in firemaking, fletching and cooking. I kind of want 99 dungeoneering. That's a goal of mine. I've been in the Spirits of Arianwyn since the start of April, and I'm currently ranked a Nerf Elf. So, what about Diggy? How about you?
I've been playing since 2001. I've got a big history of Warren clans back in the day when Warren was a big thing. I've been in Spirits of Arianwyn since late last year, September-ish. My current rank is Lian, and I tend to get told off a lot.
Yes, I should mention we are very graced with the presence of 2 Lians and a Lord of Pylars. See, there's plenty of... Also a lot of recruitment. Like, a lot of recruitment, yeah.
We'll edit that out later on, don't worry.
Yeah. So, Christina, how about you?
My name is Christina in game. I was originally Panda884. Been playing for about 9 years now. I didn't really start seriously playing until last February. I joined Spirits of Arianwyn last October and am a Lian of Tyler's. So my job is it's really cool. Because, Tyler's his best team. And I don't have any 99s, so I'm going for 99 fishing and 99 dungeoneering. I'm hoping to get one of those at least before the end of the month. And long-term goal, I guess, would be 130 combat.
How about you, Xander?
My name on RuneScape is Iron Xan. I've been playing for about 7 years now, and I think I've been on this recent account for about 3 years. I have 11 99s and just hit 2,200 total. And I joined the clan in February of this year and just recently got promoted to Lord of Recruitment. So I deal with handling applications and bringing new people in and everything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Taryn.
Hello, I am Over E on RuneScape. I've been playing the game since pretty much it started. I think it's been almost 10 years now. So 10 years sober. Pat on the back for me. I've mostly played as a lone wolf. I've never really been into the social thing, but I just recently joined the clan, and it's kind of bringing out the worst in me, but for the better. I have 3 99s, which are wood cutting, attack, and I think cooking. I'm currently working on fire making, and I get a 99 about every 2 years.
So, it should take you about 50 years in total to complete this game.
Hopefully the game's still around.
Yeah.
Can I just point out to the listeners that I didn't mention me 99s, but I do have some.
Oh, go on then.
I can't remember what they are. Combat ones.
He has the 99 prayer, I know that.
Yeah, I've got that. That was the last one I got. Anyway,
Right.
moving on.
Yes. Alright, let's start by talking about RuneScape. Why don't we? We all love it so much.
I've never played.
Oh, really?
What
You
is
should?
this
It's
game?
good.
I've heard
It's a
good
good
things
game.
about it. It has a really cool commercial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll check it out on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that was
So-
the end of the podcast.
So this week we were given a new quest called Song from the Depths. It's a members quest, has no requirements. It's the second fully voiced quest in RuneScape, the first of course being that one piercing note. It's set in and around Rimington, where the souls of those who sleep are being drawn into an ancient cave and into the pit within. You have to beat, I think he's called the Raptor, who I would describe as a fierce and amoral person, to recover a soul that's been taken down. Only you will discover along the way much more than you bargained for. You get as reward, and spoilers here, so jump past these next few seconds if you don't want to hear the rewards, but you get a coral crossbow, which is upgradable, the usual XP, and a passive damage reduction bonus when fighting the soon-to-be-released Queen Black Dragon. We also got a graphical update to Rimington and the house portals. So, what did people think of the quest?
I don't think you fight the raptor in that quest, do you? Or whatever his
No,
name is?
You're like a teammate with him.
Yeah.
You just have to beat him to the end of the
Oh,
the dungeon.
it's a race. That's right.
Okay, yeah.
I thought you meant fight. I was like,
I thought
he was my friend. We're buddies.
I have to say I did actually like the quest. When One Piercing Note came out, I loved that because I loved the idea that we're doing more voice acting things within Jagex. So I thought it was very interesting. And then with the possible Queen Black, well, not possible, but like the prelude, I guess you could say, to the Queen Black Dragon was really cool too.
I thought it was creepy.
It was a creepy quest, introducing her with that. I don't know if you remember that cutscene when you jump into the pit.
Oh yeah, that was something else.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was really good. And
Diggy
has no clue what we're talking about.
No. I did One Piercing Note.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
As
a good quest too.
As an older player, as a player who's playing, not an older player, I'm not that old, but as a player who's been playing for a long time, the actual speech and things like that sort of didn't sit particularly well with me. I wasn't that sold on it. I figured the way I've played RuneScape, and RuneScape's been in the past, it's had its colloquial charm from not kind of going with that kind of thing. But I can understand why people do enjoy it, and I'm yet to experience this quest, so I'm not gonna, slag it off or anything.
Yeah,
but
don't knock it till you try it, man.
Yeah, don't knock it until you try it, that kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. The voice acting is good in some ways, but I think it can be overdone.
Yeah.
I hate it.
The first time it creeped me out.
It was a bit weird.
It was automatically turned on when I was doing One Piercing Note, and it just freaked me out. I had no idea what was going to happen.
He probably thought he was going to get murdered. That's what that quest is about, right? Someone's in my room telling me I'm going to get murdered.
Yeah.
I think the first voice thing they added to the game was the Dominion door, and people would just go to it and like spam click it, and it'd make this crazy, scary noise.
Yeah, some of the bosses in Daemonheim are voice acted as well, aren't they?
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
A charge guy.
Any of the guys, like from, if you remember from the Frozen Floor,
Ramonot?
No.
Yeah, he's voiced.
Oh, he is voiced, yes. It's like the big guys that's always really hard to kill, like Balak the Pummeler.
The people with the...
Oh, yeah. Freeze or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
Yflagor, Calgary.
I think voice acting, if it's done well, it's done well. But if it's not done well, then you're just sitting there thinking, yeah, I'm listening to some turd in a recording studio putting a posh voice on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they did release a video about how the voice acting is done, and it is very much people stood in a studio.
Yeah. It will be, but I think that the thing about being a good voice actor is you get rid of that and you move past it, and the way that you project your voice is you make people think that they're in the moment in terms of online gaming and stuff. But
on this video,
I don't know whether they've hit that in the head yet.
Yeah. On this video, and I do encourage you to watch it if you've not, it's on RuneScape's YouTube channel. They interview the lady that they got to play the Lady of the Lake, because all of Berthorpe and Tavelry is also voiced.
Yeah.
The lady said they interviewed her. She said that when she was recording that part, she found it easy to kind of like, she wanted to visualize the character and also to stand waving her arms around kind of like mystically. I think they have footage of her doing it on the video, and it does look quite good.
They should have stood her in a bucket with water in it. I would have sorted her out.
Yes. Yes.
Some fish around her.
So is the Queen Black Dragon actually coming out then, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, next week.
Yep.
What's she dropping?
Dragon Kite Shield.
Yeah. And there's going to be some kind of an upgrade to the Coral Crossbow too when she comes out. So hopefully that will be a drop from her or something, or play some kind of pivotal role in the fight.
It says for higher leveled players as well.
Yes,
yeah.
She is. You have to. I believe you can only solo her. I don't think you can't go against her in a group.
Yeah, it's going to be instanced, like most of the quest cutscene type things.
Yeah.
I'm all for more solo things. I think.
Yeah.
There's a lot of group activities in RuneScape, which is fantastic, but I think they've neglected the solo side of things.
Yeah, I'm glad that they're going to be stopping people from crashing pretty much with that. I want to see what that does with the economy of the drops, though. Like, maybe if people are just going to be camping it all day and there's no crashers, it'll drop really fast.
I'd probably not fight it. I'm not really big into combat. I don't even think I fought the King Black Dragon yet.
I haven't either.
King Black Dragon is actually really easy. Just gonna throw that out there.
I've had the little black dragons, but not the king.
We have that competition, don't we? Is it tested by dragons?
Yes.
Yeah,
Is the
tested by
King
dragons,
Black Dragon
yeah.
part of it?
No. Just regular
No.
black dragons.
You get decked. No, it goes all the way up to steel, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, it goes up to steel, but
I actually did that the other day and died on the black dragon, so I rage quit.
Oh.
Yeah.
I need to do it
For
myself.
anyone listening, the tested by dragons is we go out in a group, pretty well naked, and you have to fight a dragon. And if you beat that dragon, you get a little signature and a little reward of that dragon's colour. And so, as you build them up on the forums, you have green, red, blue, or whatever. And then the very few have got steel and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't have steel.
You just punch it to death? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you literally punch it to death. You can have a full
It takes
inventory
so
of whatever food you like, but
Yeah, and
No extreme pots though. It's all,
Yeah, no,
it's all
tradable
things that are
pots.
tradable.
the fact that they've revamped the old areas, they were in need of a.
I like that. I like that they're doing a lot of graphical updates on things.
Oh, yeah, the armor update's fantastic.
it was, yes.
Plus, the new Remington looks really good. I like what they did with it. It looks so much better than it used to.
You've got to be
slowly.
You've got to be
They're
careful
slowly getting there.
remaking a place called Remington, but I think they've done a good job.
But I mean, was it 2-3 years ago that we got the graphical update to Varrock, and that was a huge thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And since then, we've had. I still remember entire graphical rework came out when the new graphics engine was put in place. And that was 1st of June, 2008, 2007. So I remember being one of the first people to play on that, and it was laggy as anything. you moved the square in 2 seconds.
Did you say that was RuneScape 2?
No, that's not RuneScape 2. It was when the new graphics engine, RuneScape HD, came
Oh
out.
god, yeah, RuneScape is here.
I'm glad that
I
they've come so far since then.
They're thinking about RuneScape 3D, aren't they? Where you've got to get your own glasses.
That'd be cool.
Wasn't that the
That's Jag motion.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
I want that to happen.
It would be terrible.
I feel like it would be like a cool novelty. I wouldn't want to grind out mining with that though, or like do like some long resource 99.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'd get motion sickness.
Yeah.
What?
I think you'd end up with people who kind of like won't be able to distinguish between RuneScape and reality.
There's
Yeah,
other
that's
people
how-
like that.
I'm already that way. I got 99
Yeah.
cookies in real life, too.
Yeah, what? There's a difference?
You should see some of the people we get applied to the clan.
Oh.
Cut that out. We've cut that out. That's not going in.
We were given. Do any of you watch the video behind the scenes?
Yeah, I just watched
Oh.
that today.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry. There's a theme.
Dig it.
I don't know anything.
Oh, so woefully underprepared.
Yes.
Let's hope your teaching isn't like this.
No, I'm good. I'm good teacher.
No, he made a cool spaceship one time. I remember that.
I did make a cool spaceship.
That was awesome.
So the behind the scenes video though.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's a cool
the
video.
behind the scenes video. Yeah, so over the next, I think it's just over the summer completely. They're doing videos every week of behind the scenes.
I like it.
They're very good. And of course they're doing Runecast as well, which is that once a month.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's just that's essentially like Jagex's podcast, but it's a video. It lasts 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's actually been good, and I'm quite looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with it. But in this week's behind the scenes video, we were told about a few things. The Queen Black Dragon, obviously. The evolution of combat. We don't know much about this, except that it has been confirmed that we are getting an action bar. Mod Chris L confirmed that we're going to get an action bar at the bottom of the
Really?
screen, like
Oh,
yeah, like on
That's
Warcraft
complicated.
or a
That
game.
is.
They've said
I
they've
think
said
if I
that.
simplify it.
Well, yeah, Mod Mark in the video was talking a lot about how he doesn't like the amount of interfaces that people have to use when playing RuneScape compared to other games.
Mhm.
And this action bar will minimise that as best as possible, as best as they can. They would have done it originally, they said, but they didn't have the tools available. But now that they do, they're really bringing it forward. Mod Crisel said that you can put anything in it, so you could like add your logs to it, so you could just fire make straight from the action bar, or put an emote there, or a style of combat, or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And there will be some bits that are specifically for combat, but other bits are going to be left open for other skills.
So
That
what's
might
the
be
difference
interesting
between
for
that
the
and the
skills.
inventory?
It's going to be like, switch to slash attack, and then like a spot over you can have turn on this prayer, or turn on this set of prayers.
Exactly, because you
Which I think, what?
I was just going on off of what you were saying, is because you can do quick switch prayers on this bar as well.
Yeah,
But
I
if you
think
can
so.
put logs in
Actually-
it,
Is it actually going to be hotkeyed to you?
I hope not.
In terms of if it's an action bar, is it
Yeah.
going
I
to be
imagine it
from
would
1
be.
to 0? Yeah.
It probably will be. I can't remember them saying in the video, but that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they said hotkeys, but I mean,
And that's
I'm
what
not going to
saying.
discount it.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
see
it's
how, in terms of skilling, that might be interesting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be.
I think you might get. It might, because of the kind of the platform that RuneScape's on. It might just be that a lot of skills degenerate to pressing 1 and then 2 and then 1 and then 2.
Yeah.
But it depends
I'm
on
afraid that's
how
going
they
to
do
help
it.
the botters out.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. That might have a big impact on potting.
Yeah.
But the combat system generally worries me because, again, from an older gaming perspective, I've always liked the fact that RuneScape's that simple
Yeah.
and that random element to it.
I agree.
So I think adding that kind of the hotkey.
It'll make it more like every other MMO,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that's what I fear most.
It kept
Yeah,
it different.
I agree.
Like I'm not against changing. If they're going to do it, they might as well. But I at least want to try and get into this beta so that I can see what it is they're actually going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the beta applications open next Friday, which is the 1st of June.
Yeah.
Do
Hopefully
we?
they can
What do we
get
reckon?
good feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna? Do we reckon? You know, I don't think they've released any information about the beta so far. But do we reckon it's going to be a closed thing, or will everyone who applies get?
They said it's going to open on the 1st of June for like select people, I think. But then eventually they're going to open it to everybody, where you can just go into it.
Oh wow.
I think they said that. I'll check the.
Well,
RuneScape
they
one.
did that last time, didn't they, with the graphical update? From what I remember, it was selected people only, and then they opened it to everyone.
when they did HD.
Yeah.
No, not when they did HD, because they said this is the first beta test that they've done.
Yeah, I don't think they did that before.
They
They
did.
might
They did
have
the RuneScape 2 beta. I'm pretty sure they had.
Yeah, they might have done it with RuneScape 2, but it might have been closed because there was a big thing about this being the first beta, or maybe it's the first beta available to everyone.
I'm pretty sure, you know, when RuneScape 2 came out, and members came out, they did. They had a closed beta for a while, and then they had a week or two where it was open to everyone, but any levels that you gained at that time in the actual beta didn't count.
Oh, I do remember this.
You
Yeah,
remember?
in the last 10 minutes, a load of JMods logged in and started handing out party hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
So
didn't matter.
maybe they'll do that again.
Yeah,
But
that would be good.
I think that's what they did. They gave access to everybody for the last week or two so that they could test it fully. But it was a closed beta, obviously, with, you know, closed parameters, closed testing things and all that kind of stuff for a while, and then they let it open for the last 2 weeks, I think, to everyone. So I think maybe they might do that again. That was their policy last time.
Yeah, they've said this beta's going to go on until September, so it could. They've not said when in September, so they could take it straight through till the end. That gives them 3 months.
Yeah, it's starting on June 26th. It says.
Oh wow, that
Yeah,
would be
The
perfect
sign-ups
into
are going to
the
be
summer.
June 1st. Yeah, sign-ups are June 1st, and then they're going to send out invites on June 26th, according to the homepage right now.
That's forever from now.
I know, right? That's a month away.
Are you guys going to apply to help, you know, check out this new beta, or are you guys?
Definitely.
I'm definitely doing it. Yeah.
I probably won't.
Nah, I'm not bothered.
Like, I'm not really into combat, so it's not really, like, I'm interested in it, and when it comes out, like, I'll definitely be stuck checking it out, but I don't think I'm going to go out of my way and actually look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely. I want to see the skilling aspect of it too. I want to see what they do with this bar, just in general.
I think that's going to have quite a large impact on the future of how we play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. because that was something they stressed as well, that this isn't a minor update. This isn't a thing that goes, in other news, we've now added an action bar.
Yeah.
This is the biggest update that RuneScape has seen for a very long time, which I seem to remember them also saying about Clan Citadel's construction, RuneScape HD, and RuneScape 2.
Yeah.
These are all, so those four things are the biggest updates in RuneScape's history.
Well, I mean, RuneScape 2 is a pretty big update.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I found it here. It says the first batch of testers can enter the game on June 26th, and then all members can gain access shortly after if they're interested in taking part. And it's going to be before the full release of it. People will be able to try it. If they're not invited to the beta, they can still do it. I'm interested to see what they do with stances. It looks like, from all these pictures they've released, that you do, like, weird poses. Yeah.
Oh, I love posing.
I think that would make it interesting in terms of changing stances. That would make combat more
because they have some
interactive without breaking it.
Yeah, like I hope they just fix the way you hold a sword right now. It looks so bad. It's like crooked at a 15-degree angle in front of you. It just
the katana's the worst.
Oh yeah,
that's horrible. I mean, I deliberately keep idle animation switched to all because I cannot bear to see someone standing completely straight with their sword at a 90-degree angle.
Oh, I love that.
I can't bear it.
Like World 2 Valley, that would just be what everybody was doing. Like their legs would hardly move when they're walking around.
with God swords that extend out another 2 squares. It ruined my immersion.
Those were good.
I'm very much when I'm focused. I want to feel like I have no awareness of what's going on around me in real life. I want to be focused on the game, with quests. I turn my clan chat off. I turn my friends chat off. I stick a pair of headphones on and turn the sound up because I want to be. I'm like that with all games. I want to be very much focused on what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. That's part of the point of video games is escapism. You're not playing so that you can Well, no, there are people who do play to hang out with their friends online, which is a lot of the aspect of RuneScape and the clans in general. But there's a lot of people who play because they want to do something that they can't do in real life.
This is my job. I'm a gold farmer, so this is my real life. Thank you very much.
Wow.
She's not in Spirit of Arianwen yet, and this is going down as evidence for the interview process.
I'll never be a member of the clan.
This isn't a podcast. This is a ruse to try and get you.
We do this when everybody applies. We close applications down and we make it seem like it's been forever. You're not very well.
It's a very tedious process.
We like to weed out the bad ones.
Graphical updates then. This recent update brought a graphical update to Rimington and the house portals. Although it did all of the house portals, not just Rimington, I noticed, which, in your Neil that's not been updated for years, it does look a bit out of place. Mm-hmm. But what area would we like to see next updated?
Castle Wars.
I was actually just thinking that.
Castle.
Well, you're both idiots, because that's... why would you do that?
I want it to look really awesome, and have blood everywhere, a total badass battlefield of skulls, and dying people, help me, someone took my flag, it could be really fun.
The thing, I'm a person, I love the desert. My player-owned house is in the desert, so I would love to see some graphical updates to the desert.
Yeah.
And,
it's just sand, though.
But
they could do so
Cat's Eye.
Yeah, you can put in the depth with the buildings, with the Dominion Tower, because you have the Dominion Tower out there. You also have Calphite Queen, and the names Pyramid Plunder. You have.
That would be good. They could do a big update on that.
Yeah,
I think that would be pretty popular. More than the Pharaoh or Scepter of the Gods or whatever, and Black Ibis was. They can do a big graphical rework of that whole desert area. It would look pretty good.
It would.
Did they do the gnomes yet?
Yes, they did do Gnome Village. It looks awesome.
That was the same day that they released the armor rework, too.
Mm-hmm.
The gnomes have got very big heads.
Showing my current events knowledge. Did they do the wilderness?
Yes.
Yeah, the wilderness has been updated.
Yeah, no, I'm just...
now he's just messing with us.
There is an event coming up in the summer, you just reminded me then when you spoke about the gnomes. it was announced at RuneFest. RuneScape's getting Olympic Games this summer.
That's
Really?
Of course.
Oh,
Yeah, 2012, of course, being the year of the Olympics, and again, Britain. It's all about Britain this year.
Oh,
Britain
yeah.
is Britain's hosting them, so Jagex, being a British company, want to celebrate them. So we're having Olympic Games. I seem to remember Mod Mark at RuneFest saying stuff like, how far can you hit a goblin with a javelin? And
cool.
extra points for how far you bury him into the ground with it.
Oh wow, that
Sort
would
of
be
thing.
very interesting to see how they do that.
Are
Yeah.
the British Olympics that violent?
Yes.
Many goblins die.
Oh,
been
man.
held-
Every year in Britain, many goblins die.
It's been held in a very dodgy part of London, so yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so I'd quite like to see, I would quite like to see more of the members' areas updated.
Yeah.
Because, Jagex they do seem to be, working their way across the planet, as it were. We started with Varrock, we've had Mauritania updated, we've had Remington done now, we have the Wilderness, the Gnomes have been done, but I'd quite like to see Yaneel and probably a bit of Ardoin updated as
Have
well.
they done Falador yet?
Yes, Falador.
Yeah,
No,
Yes.
has
Falador.
Falador been done?
Oh, the trees and stuff have been updated, but I don't
Right.
think they've actually gone and updated it, no.
Yeah, they got to
Yeah,
do that. That's a pretty busy place.
I don't
That
think
was
all,
updated, isn't it?
no, I think only the
Good.
trees.
Yeah.
I'm probably thinking about the last time it got updated from.
I know
last-
that they did Draenor, but I don't know if they did Falador.
Yeah, they did Draenor and Port Sarim. They did Draenor and Port Sarim.
Yes.
That kind of
But
implies, though, if they're doing Draenor and Port Sarim, that they're not fussed on remodeling Falador, because surely that would be a bigger priority.
Did they do Remington?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
now.
right.
They just did it.
With this quest, I've only mentioned it about 5 times in this podcast.
Were the
But
graphics
yeah.
updated for it? I wasn't really paying attention. I did the quest, but I remember
Yeah,
there being a
they were.
cave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the graphics were updated.
But, yeah, I can definitely see why you'd want some of the more members places. Dan, it would be very interesting to see. I guess maybe because it's free to play, that's why they're doing the free to play places first.
Yeah, I think Brimhaven would be nice. That island area with Shiloh Village, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That could be
Also-
good. That's in need of an update.
Yeah, Karamja would be good to see
Yeah.
updated.
Oh, that's what the island is called. Brimhaven is a city, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, Rimhaven's a city. The member city on there. I'd love to see the jungle with the new tree models.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, yeah.
That would be great.
Snack.
Let's talk about the Diamond Jubilee. In RuneScape, starting on the 1st of June, we are getting a Cryptic Clue Fest, which will last for 5 days. Each of those clues will be progressively harder, and this is all themed around the Diamond Jubilee, which is a celebration we're having in Britain this year. What will happen is there is a royal visitor coming to Varrock on a state visit, and the entire city has been turned into one kind of giant festival. The fountains have been removed, and there's a massive street party going on with bunting and everything. They've really gone all out.
Mhm.
But there's no supplies. The supplies are running really low, and that's one thing any Brit will tell you is when Her Majesty visits, you can't run low on supplies. The rewards.
Beheaded.
Yeah, you get beheaded. If the Queen comes round to your house and you don't have tea in, you get beheaded.
Oh, that's awesome.
So essentially, there's a royal visit. We put bunting up everywhere and spent everything on the bunting, so now we have nothing. And also on fountain removal.
What is bunting?
Bunting,
Bunting.
little flags that get draped
Oh, okay. Okay.
around
Yeah,
high
Learn something
places.
every day.
Yeah.
yeah. So Varrock spent so much money on that they're now contracting adventurers to get the food.
Didn't
So
they
each
do
of
this
us-
in the quest already too?
But they're not just contracting you to get the bunting. They don't just say, we need more bunting, so we'll get some paper. No. We've got 5 cryptic clues over 5 days, and you've got to solve those clues to get us the supplies.
Maybe there will be
Yeah.
some kind of crazy mystery going on, somebody stealing the supplies. I don't know. And you have to find
The
them by...
Queen is stealing the supplies.
It would just make more sense. It would just make more sense if they go, right, we need more bunting, we're a bit low on sausage rolls. We've got
Here's
no
a list.
tablecloth.
Go to the store.
Yeah,
You
could
go
you
to the
just
clothing breeder.
just go and get us them? No, they hand you 5 days worth of cryptic clues. We need these things. Woo, go and find them.
Turns out they need
Yeah,
like 6 red spider eggs per adventurer.
Yeah.
And a bucket of milk.
Yeah, pair of shears, 2 bits of wool,
Ball of
or
wool.
ridiculous stuff like that.
Well, in the past, they never even took the items. You just have to have them in your inventory, and they'd be like, "Okay, I'm glad that you have those. Here's the next clue."
It's like wasn't it the last one? Like raw anchovies went to like over a K in value or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They wanted 5 raw anchovies.
Yeah. Things would just the prices would go way up. It was hilarious.
But see, doesn't that happen really, if you think about it, in any event that we have, Jagex does, is it's if you can buy the items, they're going to go very high in price because people are going to want them. And it's just how it is.
There'll always be people who make money off lazy people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like what was that update? Climbing boots? There are people who make so much money because they just had a stack of climbing boots, and they went from 12 GP to 75k overnight.
Yeah, the thing was about that though, the climbing boots was like a staple kind of.
Yeah, it was for low-level PKers.
For pay to pay, pay to
one defense peers, right?
Yeah. So
they gave a strength bonus.
Yeah, they had like hundreds of them. And
yeah, there are people who would just have stacks because they would go PKing and lose them sometimes. So why not just buy as many as you can, and then end up with 1,000 and sell them for 75k each.
To clarify, though, there was a big, because obviously this was a controversy when it was updated. A lot of people who claimed that they had stacks and stacks of climbing boots were lying. Jagex can see into people's bank accounts, and they did check before they changed the value, and they kind of concluded that the impact on the economy and on how many people would make a vast amount of money was minimal compared to the overall effect that that making these climbing boots less available would have on the game itself. There was a lot of scandal with it, but
it didn't change my game experience. It just for some people they really lucked out, or
it was scandal. It was scandal through jealousy. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
People got super jelly about it.
The very lucky few people did get very rich from it. But then, like you said, Jagex weighed up the odds, and that was fine. Either
very lucky or very in the loop with like somebody's clan chat or something. Like, oh, by the way, you might want to stock up on these.
That was a thing. Someone said that Modmark or one of the other Jagex mods had gone into their friend chat and said about a week in advance, you might want to stock up on climbing boots. But that never happened. That was a rumor that was put about. Jagex put out a news post about that.
So if you're listening, Mark,
we take it back.
Although, if you do want to join the Spirits of Arian Win CC at any time and tell us what future updates are going to be that we can stock up on items, you are more than welcome to.
Yeah, we're always taking suggestions from you, nice people, at Jagex HQ on what items to buy when you're going to update.
Oh, stop licking up. I'm not asked.
I hope it's buckets. I have lots of buckets.
I do too. I have a lot of empty buckets from farming.
Mine's from farming and chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk?
Yeah, for the tooth creature.
I have one of those too.
Oh, I don't have a
decayed tooth creature. He's the best.
Yeah, from the, I think it's the 3rd fairy tale quest.
Yep.
You all need help.
No wonder it's decayed if you've been feeding it chocolate milk.
That's the point. That's how you get it to decay. His name is
Chip.
I named him Chip. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He likes
I'm going to have to
milk.
get myself one of these.
It's the best. It's an awesome pet.
This is totally like an old quest from like 100 years ago, Lame topic choice.
The only chip I recognise is the small child cup from Beauty and the Beast.
I've been very into musicals lately.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to see Legally Blonde in a few weeks.
Oh my goodness, that is the funniest musical on the face of the planet. Like, I was cracking up when I watched it. That's almost
my boyfriend made me listen to a few of the songs, so I kind of got them stuck in my head. I was contemplating doing one for the next karaoke event.
Oh, you should do the Bend and Snap song.
I was thinking about
me to not turn up to that by accident.
How dare you?
I'm only kidding. You've heard my singing, so you know.
Oh, I love Chris's singing. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Don't wait.
Oh, wow. I'll have you know, I was voted best singer
he really
in the clan this year.
Congratulations.
That's another thing.
Yourself.
Is there's a cheap plug for the clan. We have annual clan awards, and you don't even have to be good at something to win it. Because I'm shit at singing, and I won it.
I'm going to
One thing
beat you this year.
Bring it on,
Why would
sister.
Why would the award like SoA, Best Bank Standard 2012, if we've only just entered 2012? That was one thing I didn't get.
We'll watch like the award shows and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's like CMA's 2012 when it's really just from the previous year.
Right.
It's just that it happens to be the year that we're doing the awards ceremony, and I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Right.
Gives you a full year to, get the whatevers, and then time to do the voting and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you can be the
very
reigning
long
champion for
process.
2012.
Exactly.
I distinctly remember spending at least 40 minutes with an Excel spreadsheet trying to work them out.
I feel so bad for you.
So
That's why you don't
for
fund
anyone
resources,
listening,
too.
if for anyone listening in the clan, we work on them.
Yeah, it's not just a thing that's handed out randomly.
No, we don't just go, oh well, yeah.
Yes, very busy time. It was very busy in February. But then you also think about that we also had the SoA second birthday in February, so we were planning for the birthday events. I know at the time I was events team, and as was Boss Shanks and Barexel or Carlos, and the three of us, along with the rest of leadership and staff, we were trying to get these ideas for events to do that would interest people, and getting the clan's opinion. And it was an awesome month, very long. We had fun. We enjoyed ourselves, but and it all came out to be really great in the end. And then we ended up getting tier 7 a couple months later. So it's awesome.
Yeah. Now we're working on a dragon, so
Now
everybody
we're
else.
working on
Yeah. I think that's all of the RuneScape stuff covered, so let's talk about the clan briefly. Firstly, a huge congratulations to Deadly Die, Ripar, FCD, 13 Slayer 66, and Warlock, who all passed their trials this week and became Mirth Elves.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Congratulations
guys.
to you all. We would applaud, but we can't be bothered. So secondly, let me extend a very warm welcome to Runomics, Rabuto, Combat Girl 21, Hallis, Sozet, and Zero Hype, who all posted their introductions this week. Very warm welcome to you guys, and we look forward to seeing your applications on the 1st of June, which is when clan applications reopen.
I can't wait.
Yeah, Taryn, your application as well. Can't wait for you to submit that.
After
Let
we
me
review this podcast to make sure that everything's okay with your...
Oh, no.
Yeah, definitely. So let me briefly mention the Citadel then. Last week, I think we got up to 32% completion on the Clan Dragon, which you all voted for it to be a Frost Dragon. We are currently, I've checked in the last few minutes, we're at 34% completion at the time of recording. The build tick isn't until next Tuesday, so please don't forget to visit the Citadel and gather resources there if you want to. The suggested allocations are on the forums in the usual place. Events. There are only 3 events really on the official calendar at this point in time. That's the Town Square Q&A on Sunday, the Build Tick event on the 29th of May, and it's Scotty's birthday on Monday.
It
Is it?
is,
Whoa.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I'm sure you'll all want to, buy him a card and a present. I'm sure he will now be expecting some from you.
I better send him a text.
I know. Shoot him a message on the forums.
Yeah, definitely do. I'm sure there'll be a thread for that.
There'll
Of
be
course.
plenty of spur events, I'd imagine, in the next
Yes.
week. If you're listening and you just think that there's a 3 on, I'd keep looking and checking in the forums.
The shout. Yeah, keep an eye on the shout box. Information about all of the events can be found under the events section. Originally, we were going to have 2 Lords of Events on this podcast, so I was going to talk a bit about events. However, instead, we are very privileged to have 3 members of staff with us. We have the 2 Lians, Christina and Chris.
Hello.
I just realised a similarity in your names.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did that on
That's only-
purpose.
Are you guys
That's only struck
related?
No.
No, we're just
That's
both
only-
called Chris.
Yeah.
And of course Xander, who is the newly appointed Lord of Recruitment. So, I don't know, what's it like being a Lian, having a key rank?
Bit shit, if I'm honest.
Well, I've only been a Lian for a little bit, not nearly as long as Chris over there. It's different, but at the same time, it's not. I'm doing the same thing I did when I was Lady of Tyler's. I just help out the Tyler being the new when you are
once your introduction is accepted or your application.
Yes, after you're interviewed, you come to myself, Boss Shanks, Ironhide, and Goat Moose, and we mentor you for your month that you're Tyler, or longer if not 1300 total level. And so I'm just really doing the same thing I did before. And I enjoy it. I enjoy helping them and getting to know them. So
my role is I'm resources, so a lot of my role is very boring clan mechanics.
He does all the book work.
very, very boring clan mechanics in terms of, admin work and tracking members and what rank they were and when they changed and all that bollocks. So my primarily, generally, I'm sort of an advisor role to leaders and stuff in the valley, and make sure my team runs well and try to keep out of trouble.
Try being the operative word in this statement.
Yeah. Try. Yeah. I already know I'm gonna. Chris, why did you go on the podcast?
I'm sure any kind of that resource it's an invaluable position. Nonetheless,
well, that's what they
I think
I've been gone for 5 weeks and everything's fine, so
you feel a bit useless.
Nah, it's just the thing is about resources is it's about making sure that the systems in place are good ones, and when you set up good systems and people attend to them when you've asked them to attend to them, then things go well no matter what. Doesn't matter how long you're absent for or whatever. But yeah, it's good. You get a much kind of in-depth view of the clan as opposed to being a member or staff even. But there's not much. There's not that much to it for all these people who think, oh my god, Lian sees everything. There's like
so much work every day.
Yeah,
you gotta spend 10 hours on the forums.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Christina will agree. When she got promoted to Lian recently, you spend maybe a day catching up on things that you didn't know about, and then that's it, really.
Yeah, it's very true. Actually, I spent some hours on there, and it was interesting. It's very interesting, to say the least. Definitely see a new light. Not bad or anything, but it just shows how much work is done behind the scenes that the regular members don't realize.
Yeah.
Are you kind of left to your own devices, or do you are you given a lot of feedback and input from the elders?
We have an elder assigned to each one of us. So there's an elder for all they're named as elders. There is an elder assigned to each individual area.
Oh, so they micromanage you kind of, and then you manage everybody. Not in a bad way. Just they are this is the stuff you kind of have to get done. Do you need help with any of it?
They don't really kind of say this is what we want to get done, so much as just make sure that we are handling things and observe that we're handling things and stuff. And they kind of if we come up with an idea, we'll go to them to get it approved, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not so much as a do this, do that. It's a kind of an observational role.
Chain of command.
And they call all the shots and up when it comes up to bigger decisions and stuff. But as a Lian, I would say my opinion, and I'm sure Christina will agree, is as valued as an elder's opinion when it comes to big matters in the valley. I keep referring to the valley. It's called the valley on the staff boards.
That's it. Oh, is that the name of the forum?
Yeah, it's called the Valley of Eldars, which is silly. We like silly names in Spirits of Arion. Yeah, you'll never know what your rank means.
What is the ancient hall? My rank's pretty easy to remember. It's English.
It's not Elven, yes. And Chris is right. It's very much. I know that I do value elders' opinions a lot, or eldars, and yeah.
Oh, there's one of the elders now.
That'll be Scotty.
That would be Scotty.
Oh,
Who's your elder anyway?
My elder is Boshanks. It's Earl.
Ah, okay. See, mine's Scotty, so I don't have anything to do most of the time.
Yeah.
You just have to do karaoke.
Yeah, pretty much.
Something to know is, the Erica or Elks, she is in charge of the events team, so she gets to. We each have, like Chris said, the people we report to, and so everyone on events team will go to Erica and Elks and Princess Ray, which is Ray, and then you have the two of us. He reports to Scotty, and then I report to Boss Shanks, one of our newest elders.
The newest.
The newest, yes.
The newest, yeah. Really big of a deal, to be honest.
No, it's really
So yeah, everyone who was, kind of thinking, I quite like to work my way up to a bronze key. It's not that interesting.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So, Xander, you were in the last batch of staff applications, you were appointed Lord of Recruitment, I believe. I got that wrong at the beginning.
Recruitment.
So now is the time that we can put you to the test and we can see whether or not, giving you the job is the right idea. What does it involve?
A lot of stuff. First, I have to recruit people and then kind of lord them. From what I could tell, the job description was pretty much looking over applications and working on recruiting people in-game and through through the forums, through Zybiz, stuff like that, through RuneScape sites. But right now, applications are closed, so there's not much for me to do. So once they open in a week, I'll have a lot more on my plate. But for now, eventually I'll have to start interviewing people, I guess.
Interview
right
me
now,
first.
You'll find that there's a rush when it comes, because my former position was Lord of Recruitment and then Lian of Recruitment. When all the applications come in, there'll be a rush. Everyone will want to try and do the interview, so grab them when you can.
Oh, okay. Gotta try and beat everybody else.
And make up silly questions.
Okay.
Because they're fun.
Yeah, as Earl will tell you, I am an interview stealer because I.
You are. You interview so many people.
Oh yeah, I do. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Because you really get to know the person.
You're a question stealer. Stole all my questions.
I did steal all your questions. Well, you mentored me in the.
Yes, I remember because Christina, you interviewed me when I joined the clan, and I got a PM from Martin, a roving fish half the way through, and he wasn't happy that you'd stolen my interview from him.
Remember this.
Recruitment is a lot about the interviewing, and it's also a lot about protecting the clan. We used to have signatures when me and Kat were the ones that did a lot of the interviews, and it was border control. So, it's about
that's what that means.
Yeah, it's about making sure that the people who are coming in are suitable for our community. So we do a lot of checks in terms of the kind of person that they are and all that kind of thing. I'm not going to make it out like FBI or anything like that. But
yeah, we don't check your criminal history.
It's not that. No, we can't get access to that. I've tried.
You check our RuneScape criminal history.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. And we've picked up a lot of people who wouldn't have been picked up if we hadn't done those checks. So that's how it goes.
The next step is FBI access, MI5, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Contracting. Yeah.
Contracting out. Get a full personal profile.
Get private investigators to help us out.
Fingerprints, blood type.
We had, I wasn't able to attend, unfortunately. I wasn't around, but it looked like a very interesting event, the Parade of the Familiars.
Oh, that was
happened
awesome.
on Wednesday evening. Did anyone here go?
I loved it.
It was so cool.
Oh, it was so much fun. And we.
Explain it, please.
Okay. What happened was Barexel, or Carlos as we call him, or Carlitos, or Carol, whatever.
Carol, yeah.
He thought of the idea to have a parade of familiars. So what it is we would follow each other making a parade line, and we would each have our own familiars out. And it didn't exactly work out that great, but we had so much fun doing it. And we got to meet people, and we got those questions, what is going on here, you know, and it was fun to explain.
WTF.
Did you adopt anyone?
Almost. There's that one guy at the beginning.
Yeah, except...
you've got to adopt
the
a
troll.
You've got
Yes.
to adopt a noob.
I remember that event. That was the first proper event that I attended, where we had a parade to proclaim the fact that we had a Tier 7 Citadel, and Diggy adopted a pet noob that he was going to pay pocket money every week.
I gave him 50k, and then I haven't seen him since.
He used you.
He used me. He's still on my friends list, so he hasn't deleted me, but, you know, hasn't been in touch.
You're not going to seek him out to give him money.
No.
Go find Diggy someday.
He was brilliant. I was like, you know, stand there, and he was like, okay.
What summoning level do you need for a pet noob?
Oh God, you know, you just got to believe in yourself.
Just got to believe in yourself.
And have enough money.
Well, see, also, with that event, it ended up turning because I know that Ray, at this Brentosaurus, or Brent, Earl and myself, we had worked really hard on the battlefield, so we all ended up going there afterwards, and pretty much having a ball. We had a ball, and people died, and it was so much fun. And our Clan Citadel battlefield.
I don't know of many phrases where, you know, where following people died with "it was so much fun" is appropriate, but you seem to have found one.
Oh, don't forget the house party.
After this Wednesday.
After the parade.
Oh,
Whose house
yes.
was it?
We were at Bocephus.
Bocephus.
Yeah, he has a beautiful house, by the way.
That was
Gorgeous.
an awesome house.
Yeah, well done, stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out. Thanks for letting us use your house.
Yes.
Love the throne room.
We had so much
Demonic thrones. That's not something you see all the time. I think that's the first time I've actually seen them.
And a little dragon in his basement. Like,
Yeah,
I wish I had a dragon in my basement.
He had like baby black dragons and a steel dragon. It was a pretty cool house.
It was amazing. Best house I think I've ever actually been in. So, total props.
Next to mine, of course, my two-room apartment.
Yeah, it was a good day for events, because after that we ended up doing the Spur Catherby event, Skill and Chill.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I quite like those skill and chill.
Yeah,
I do too. Those are always fun, especially when I have some bank skilling to do, like some herb lore or something.
Yeah. And then we even had Diablo X5, or Lucas, some people know him. He had his 99 herb lore that day too.
Yeah.
So I know he'd been working really hard on that.
He got that there. Shout out.
Yeah, definitely. Was there a race at one point?
Yes, there was. I think.
Did it work? Because surely everybody runs at the same rate.
Oh, yes.
I got second place.
CG Tune got first place. It was an awesome event. I enjoyed hosting it.
Yeah. It wasn't
I wish I
the
could have
biggest
made
turnout,
it.
but it was a really good event. I hope we do another one sometime in the future.
I got stuck at work.
Stupid real life.
I know, right?
It was a good event, though. I wish there were more people. It would have made it a lot more interesting, but for some reason I started lagging somewhere around White Wolf Mountain and just got messed up. Could not recover from that.
So what you're telling me is you were actually in first place until you lagged.
I was.
And CG beat you. It was so much fun because you had Roving Fish, Goat Moose, and Mark's Legend. They were at Castle Wars with me waiting, and And what the rule was, if the first person to trade me, so they were trading me like, oh, we won! You know, and if anyone knows Goat Moose and Mark's Legend, you know that they're both jokers, and yeah. And Roving Fish, too, even, so.
Yeah, Goat Moose recently got his 100 Dungeoneering.
Yes,
Wow.
he
Yeah.
did.
Wow.
And he just recently got promoted to
What a
Lord
nerd.
Is he events or is he...
He is Tyler.
He's Tyler?
Yes,
Okay.
he's Tyler as well.
So he's on the second
I'm
best
going to
team.
have to catch up with all these new staff now.
Yeah, that's the problem with leaving for such a while, Diggy.
Yeah. How dare
Resources
you?
is the best, just to know.
No, it's not. We've all come to the conclusion, and it is Tyler team. That is the best team.
Really?
Yes.
If you didn't have all the resources information, how would you run your team?
Because that's actually really true. Oh, he got me, but I would stick with the fact that yes, Tyler's team is the best team. If people don't realize, all of our teams, the different departments, we all kind of have little competitions. So
Some people would say that.
some
Would call it a competition. Other people would call it a one-person race between the recruitment team and all the other teams that aren't as good.
I personally used to be recruitment and, changed a few things in recruitment. And I've changed a few things in the Tyler team as well.
Mm-hmm.
And, resources better.
Well, I was on events team, and so all I'm going to say, there's a time events team was the best team, but when Earl and I both moved over to Tyler team, Tyler team became best. If you have me and Earl together, that's just going to happen.
I can never argue against the events team being the best, purely because they have to put the events on.
Yeah.
which is a lot of work.
Yeah. If you can manage that, you're pretty talented.
Mm.
So shout out to all of the people in charge of events. You do a great job.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you do. You guys do. Even the ones that aren't on events team that still host events anyway. Thank you for that. That's what helps keeps us a friendly community clan.
One thing that's going on in the real world that I do want to mention briefly is the expo that's going on in London that Jagex is at. Nice timing on our part. They're hosting a panel on Sunday about voice acting in video games, and we've covered quite a bit of that in the podcast. We have a few representatives going there. Well, I say representatives, they're just members of the clan who are visiting. That's Roving Fish, Josh, and Tendersage, I believe. I was invited, but I've not got the funds to get down there, unfortunately. I might go to the one when it comes to Manchester. Diggy, you're closer to me. You should come to the one in Manchester.
When's that?
I believe it's at the end of June.
Okay. I'll have to think about that. No, I will.
Is that it? Alright, okay.
I live in Manchester.
Well, presumably I'm crashing at yours, right? That's an invitation.
I'll go to the America one.
Yeah. When's the America one?
I don't think there is an American one. Diggy, I do have a spare mattress.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. I'll consider that.
So hopefully if we do another podcast, we should get some. I'm going to try and get some feedback from one of those three people, and that should be a good thing. Well then, that's all the time we have for this episode. I'd like to remind you to welcome the new Mirths and Thars, and to keep an eye on the events thread, and of course look at the Citadel. I'd like to thank my 4 fabulous guests. They have been Christina, Chris, Taryn, and Xander.
Good night.
Good night, guys. Thank you.
Have a beautiful day.
Fantastic. There will be a poll attached to the post in which you found this podcast, which will ask for feedback, because this is the pilot episode. Please be honest, give us constructive criticism, plenty of praise, and just general feedback.
Mostly praise.
Mostly praise.
Mostly positive feedback. I don't take criticism well.
And bearing in mind that 3 of us are staff, so...
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
We can power abuse like bitches.
Yeah.
And we can see...
Fact.
And we can see who voted on what.
Yes. Yeah, and if this podcast has been well received, then we are likely to do more in the future and probably add to them as we go along. So I shall leave you with this thought. Who is the only person in the Caridian desert who is capable of getting away with murder? Alibi. Goodbye.